It's good. Good. It's good. Just gotta do a little quick live right now. I gotta go to the post office to go do some shit. So, well, I got all day to do that shit because they close at 5. But I want to get there early, so get this shit done. I don't like doing. I don't like keeping shit. I don't like. I like to get shit done early in the morning. I don't like dealing with things that I don't have to deal with. If I can just deal with it early, yeah. But I'll probably be on here for a little bit. But I'm gonna just wait till some people get in the room and we'll see what's good. Yeah. But you guys see the title? What the fuck did I name the title? Just I forgot. I don't know why you can't see the title while you're. Yeah, but you guys see the title. Update rant Q&A. So yeah, shit's crazy. Yeah, but I'm gonna come at you guys with some videos pretty soon. I'm gonna be releasing some more videos. I'm gonna be doing more Qigong videos. I slacked off on the Qigong, but I picked up. I just started doing it. I'll say the last 4 or 5 days. I was slacking on it. I was doing it a few times a week. Because me, like I always get on my yoga. I never slack on that. I've been doing yoga every single day since February 8th, 2021. I've been doing it every day. And since July of 2022, I've been doing it 2 times a day. So I've been going hard at the yoga. I always get that because the yoga is really what I feel like everyone should try it at least. It doesn't hurt to try it. But yeah, yoga is something you gotta do like cause one thing I'm learning is like this thing is a lifestyle. You have to really live this lifestyle. You can't really just think you're gonna because everyone's trying to get to like a certain place in life, but in order to get there, you have to be a certain type of person and think a certain way and have certain like qualities to even get to that position that you want to be in. But no one realizes that, so they want to be in positions that they really can't even uphold or can't even tap into because that's not who they are. Who they are is where they're at, and they don't like that. So in a way, they don't like themselves. But then they need to change not necessarily change themselves, but get to know who they really are because they don't like themselves, but who they are at that moment is a piece of shit. So they don't like that version. But what they need to do is actually be who they really are so they can actually have love for themselves. Then they can get the shit they want to get because they'll be in that mind to be in that position. So it's like that's what you really got to do. Shit's crazy. Yeah, that shit's crazy. Yeah, people are turning their fucking volume up hella loud. I can hear like the phone call and shit. But yeah, you guys gotta like the yoga thing though. That shit, I be on that shit every day. But Qigong, I just got into it. and I'm gonna be making more videos to release on here. Because somebody asked me about when am I gonna do some more qigong and breath work, and this was like a month ago, and I haven't got out with a video, so I need to get on that because a lot of people they found it beneficial the other ones I released, so that's good. Yeah, and I need to reiterate that like all I'm doing is documenting what I'm doing. I'm not I'm not trying to teach anyone. I'm not trying to be in that energy. I'm not saying that I'm not teaching or what, because at the end of the day I don't want anyone to like try to put me in a box of who I'm supposed to be because that's gonna lead to a lot of bitch niggery, and then if I respond a certain way, it's gonna be a certain way. So like that's why I like don't I'm not in no box. I'm not in no category like that. So I'm just I'm just talking what I'm doing in my life. And what I'm doing, it's helped me. That's all I'm gonna teach. And if it can't help you, then don't watch the fucking video. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is only for people that helps them. I don't give a fuck if it can't help you. Like people say, oh, everybody has their own thing, and okay, go do your own fucking thing. I'm not gonna be on my page and be teaching about doing your own fucking thing, and you should already know to do your own fucking thing. I'm teaching what I'm doing and what helped me, and then the people it can't help. That's who this shit's for. If it's not, if it can't help you, then don't watch my fucking video. But don't be on my channel getting mad that I'm talking in a way like my thing helps everyone. What I do does help everyone. It helps everyone that I'm trying to fucking help. If I'm not trying to fucking help you, then you ain't part of the fucking everyone. So the fuck out of here. So that's why I want to say like I'm just teaching what I'm doing, and if it works for you, then it works for you. If it doesn't work for you, then don't watch the video. Like I'm not gonna watch a makeup tutorial because I don't want to put mascara and blemish on my motherfucking face. So why would I watch that? It's stupid. There's so many things to watch. You don't have to watch it. So I just want to just put this energy out here so I don't attract no negativity or no because I'm not in no box. I'm not in like anything. Like you'll see people talk about, oh, the Matrix. They want to program us. They want to put us in a box. The government wants to treat us and treat us like slaves and want us to act accordingly. But the same people who say this, they do the same shit in their own way. So in reality, no one, people really what they hate about the government and system is that they can't do it. It's not. It's like you know how you see somebody who's rich who got money, you'd be like, "That stupid motherfucker, he got all that motherfucking money on, slap the shit out of you, take your fucking $100 bill, motherfucker." Like you see that, you don't hate the wealth that nigga has. You hate that he has it. So you're gonna go like, "Fuck you, nigga, I'm gonna take that motherfucking shit." You see what I'm saying? That's the same with the government. Like people talk about, "Oh, the government wants to program us." At the end of the day, it ain't really a bad thing to program people. It depends on what you're programming them with. If you're programming them with dumbass, stupid shit, then that's retarded. If people are programmed with leaving you the fuck alone and helping you and being of service to what the fuck you need to you, then that's good. I'm not saying you should go out and program people to do this and shit. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying like the whole energy of it is like people don't hate what the government's doing. They're hating that it's just affecting them negative. So it's like nigga, fuck you. Like you see what I'm saying? Like it's all fake. Like everyone's a fucking demon, really. And to be honest, that's why I don't trust most people. That's why I don't trust most motherfuckers because it's just crazy. What do you think about Abrahamic religions? Just another fucking program, like what I'm talking about. It's a program. And they want people to believe in that bullshit to help their system. And it's funny how people will go and believe in these religions, but they don't understand. Like a lot of these religions started based off like men actually going into countries and slaughtering people, forcing their book and their doctrine onto people. So why would you even want to knowing that, because the history is out there and they tell you that's what they did. Knowing that, how can you even want to be a part of a religion that's done that shit? Like your religion actually at one point in time went to other countries and slaughtered families and shit in villages just to push that bullshit that you believe in. Like if you want to believe in it, that's fine, believe in it. But how can you believe in something and take it seriously if they did that shit and they like something that's real truth? You can't force any spirit to do it. They're gonna come to it. You can't force. You can't even force spirituality. It's gonna come to people. It just comes differently. But like your religion, they force that shit and you believe in it. That's how fucking stupid these people are, believing in that dumbass shit. They're retarded. Like, oh, God did this for me. God did that. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Show me this God. Show me who God is. If you can't show me who God is, you know what the fuck you talking about. That's what I'm saying. Like they'll sit there and tell you, and it's like, how can I take your word for it? Whoever wrote that book, how can I take their word for it? Because they were in a human flesh and they got a fucking ego like me. So if they have an ego like me, they got fucking impulses, emotions. They're susceptible to go through the transits and be in alignment or un in alignment depending on the so like I don't trust any human that's under that shit, because they can end up having a fucking a bad day because of the alignment, and then now they're acting negative. So a human being who's in this reality under the transits, I gotta trust what he wrote. Well, he could have been having a weird day, or he could have just want control, or like was some narcissist or some just type of evil motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? Like I don't trust that shit. That I don't. Yeah, but believe in what you want to believe in at the end of the day. I'm gonna drop the link. Yeah, this is crazy, man. He's like, what do you think happens after we die? To be honest, right now, I don't even, it's funny how everybody's actually all this like spiritual. One thing about me where I'm realizing is like life is really simple and stuff. Like you asked me what happens after we die. And you asked me about Abrahamic religions and stuff. You asked me about a lot about spiritual stuff, which don't get me wrong, it's good, but how is it helping your life? Like a lot of you guys like to make overcomplicate things and make things about, oh, is this spiritual? Is this, and what's this religion? And what happens after we die? And the energy of this. When in reality, a lot of you guys need to just stop doing certain things and do simple things that you can do every day physically. And when you do those things, it puts you in a certain energy vibration where you actually become more spiritual. So like you don't worry, like, because a lot of you guys just worried about shit like the religion and all this, what happens after we die. It doesn't really matter what happens after. What's happening right now when you're living? You're living right now. What's happening right now? What did you do yesterday? What do you need to be doing right now? There's something that you need to be doing because your spirit came down here. And that's really like what's important. Whatever happens after we die, who really gives a fuck? Because that point when we die, everything that happened to us in life is gonna just be calculated, and we're gonna have an experience based upon what we did up until we die. So like, and then whatever that is just gonna come out as that. I don't know, whatever that can be. You really can't say unless you fucking experience. That's why it doesn't matter what you're doing. when we die. It matters right now. Like I don't know. Everyone's like, what happens after we die? I don't really give a fuck what happens after. Whatever. I already died before. At the end of the day, we already died. We don't remember being born. So like, how do you know you're gonna remember dying? Like, how do you know you can ever? You see what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of things that we all need to be doing, and like I'm not gonna say everyone, because the way I look at it is like if you really, because I feel like everyone just wants to just know all this spiritual information, but there's no reason for it, and like they'll brainwash themselves to think there is, but in reality, it's like some knowledge you have to actually be physical. Like a lot of you guys think, oh, I know this, I know this, I know that, but there's some things you have to actually go out in life and do. Like you have to have an experience. You have to get into a situation where things happen, and when those things happen to you, that's when you develop certain type of knowledge that no breeding can tell you. And if you don't go through a certain experience, good and bad, then there's certain things you just can never know. So like that's what I'm saying. Like you really, like that's really what you guys need to be doing, is the, because when you get in certain situations and things happen to you and you respond and you go through these things, good and bad. This has nothing to do with good and bad. It's both. Bad thing, just any type of situation, something that's very happy, good and happy, and something that can be very negative. When you go through these, you learn certain things that words don't tell you. It's a different type of learning. It's not. That's why like the education system is hella funny, because they teach you through like how they want you to learn. They teach you through having to write in literature, because they create literature, the pen and the paper, and you gotta write. Who the fuck said you gotta learn like that? There's different types of learning: spiritually learning, physically learning, subconscious learning, learning through seeing other situations that play out. That's why some kid in the hood is different than some kid who grew up in a fucking different types of learning that's ingrained deeper and shit. So they teach you that one dumbass education, which is just to remember, so you can learn and help build their system. That's the only reason they teach you the shit they teach you. They can't teach you anything too deep, because if they did, nigga, ain't nobody gonna fucking go work for their system. Somebody said systems imploding. Yeah, I had a point though. I forgot what I was on. Yeah, I was saying there's different types of learning. Yeah, there's different types of learning and shit. You guys gotta understand that. So yeah, different types. So you need to be in. Yeah, you got to be in certain situations. That's what I was saying. Certain things you got to actually go through. You can't just research certain stuff and learn it. You have to actually have the physical experience. And then having an experience unlocks certain energy. I just call them energy gates. So therefore, other things can happen to you that wouldn't have been able to happen to you if you didn't have that experience and learn from that experience. Because experiences teach. And all, even if it's the dumbest retard who doesn't know anything, if he has an experience, it's gonna teach him on a certain level, because he was aware of something. So just that awareness is gonna, the next situation or something is gonna be able to form based on what they were aware of. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. That's a experience is a teacher within itself. Having an experience, I could. It's just like you play Call of Duty and you kill people. You play video games and you chop goblins' head off. But if you actually went and did it in real life, it's gonna be a different experience. It might even traumatize you. You might not even be able to fucking live the same life, because you chopped all these goblins' head, you killed all these bodies in real life. It's a different experience. This is why you could go and kill somebody on a video game, and in real life, it's not it's a big deal. But on a video game, nobody fucking tries to hold you in court for killing a fucking video game because it's not. It's different. The experience is different. That is an example of the experience is different than the actual fucking just researching and shit. And that's what I'm realizing a lot. And it's very like because at the end of the day, when I see when you guys ask about a bunch of spiritual shit like that, like what happens after we die and all that, the main reason you really want to know is because it's entertaining. That's the main reason, not because it's gonna help you with anything. It's because it's entertaining. But the reason you want to be entertained is because you need some type of crutch or clutch that's gonna make you feel better for not doing what you need to do. Because when you do what you need to do, it's you don't want to do it, or it's hard, or you don't feel like you need to do it, and then this is where you procrastinate and you think you're on your path and you're really not on your path. Because a lot of people may think they're on their path and they're really not on their path because they're not really doing. Because you got to be really like putting yourself through certain tests and trials in life. That's just what I'm starting to realize. I'm not saying like I said, if this applies to you, it applies to you. If it doesn't, then get the fuck on. Like you should be able to look in your own life and see what I'm saying if it applies to you. But like you should be going through like certain things in life where it's like it's making you a stronger person. If you're just going through and doing the same thing and life is easy and nothing good is happening to you, that's because you're not pushing yourself. You have to really push yourself to really get because nothing is free in life. Like a lot of you guys say, I wish I was a millionaire. If I was a millionaire, I'd be so blessed and fortunate. But I don't look at being a millionaire or having anything really as more so blessed and fortunate. I'm not saying it isn't. There's not blessed and fortunate in it, but I don't look at that shit as really blessed and fortunate because you get what you put out. If you went through so much hell and pain to amass a certain level of energy, whether it be money, spiritual knowledge, physical, anything that's just a more energy, and you were happy from that or you got benefits from that, you have to put in energy work to get that. So it's not really you're fortunate. You can say you're fortunate you have the ability to do that, but you can't say you're fortunate that that happened to you because you did what you had to do to get that. If I give you $5 for some M&Ms, am I fortunate I got the M&Ms? The guy's fortunate I gave him $5. You can say that. Nigga, no, we just made an exchange. So it's the same fucking thing. Like you put in what you get out. You don't just get. So I look at it like you're really only fortunate and blessed to have the ability to do the work to get anything you want. That's what, and everyone has that ability. So everyone's fortunate and blessed in that, if you want to say in that aspect, because we all have the ability to be aware and just to be aware of something. Even an ant, a bug, that's aware. It doesn't matter how your mind is, where you're aware of it. So we all have that ability. So what the fuck was I on? Yeah, I forgot. I lost my train of thought. It says something about getting more energy and but yeah, you said the system is imploding, is losing energy, momentum, this stuff. I don't know. I hope so. I hope the system's imploding. I really hope so. I don't think it is though. Like people think it is. Like because you guys gotta understand, even if it does implode, like go outside in your fucking public area and just look at the average person. The average person is fucking dead asleep. I would say people are more asleep than they were like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. People are more asleep more than ever in life because people are depressed, miserable, traumatized. These people have no say in nothing, mentally, spiritually, physically, most people. So if anything implodes, you better believe the people are coming down with whatever's imploding. Because like who's gonna save the people? No one gives a fuck about the people. And like this is and this is another thing. This is why I always fucking condemn this bullshit African Pan-African nigger spirituality shit, because they try to always program and tell all these people that there's some type of entity or thing or energy that actually gives a fuck about the people like human beings do. Because like it's hella weird like that. There's nothing out there. Like if nobody does the work to save to help the people, then the people are gonna just get fucked over, and they're gonna be allowed. This why the fuck do you think this shit's been going on for thousands of years? Like people need to wake the fuck up so it doesn't keep going on for more thousands of years. Like the fuck. And you think there was people like 800 years ago saying that we're gonna need to wake the fuck up and get people out of here, and people didn't listen, and then it went 800 years later until now. Now we're on some bullshit. I don't want it to go another fucking more. So that's why I say people need to wake the fuck up, because like for you to think, oh, the system's imploding, to get that idea, you got that idea off social media, and most likely from these pages that keep promoting that shit. Like, well, how is it imploding? Like, what's happening for it to implode? Like, nothing's happening. Shit's getting worse. Didn't they just tell you like the inflation and everything? Like, it's getting worse. Like, and even if it is imploding, like, if you think about it, the people are gonna be fucked over from it. The people who are in the system, they're gonna be fucked over for it. To be honest. They're about to get digital currency. That doesn't seem like no fucking system collapse. Fucking digital currency, like isn't that more system? You got fucking money like a dollar right here. You can go and pull. You can go pull a dollar out your fucking pocket or whatever. You can't even do that shit with digital currency. And then with the everything digital, they could just shut your shit off. Like if you like a wanted criminal, and let's just say you on the FBI's most wanted list, and everything's digital, they could just turn off his money. So now a person's gonna have to go out and even commit more crimes if they're on a fugitive and make their money under the table. It makes it more dangerous and shit. Or like they could just the electric vehicles, they could just cut that shit off. Like how the hell is the system imploding if they're adding all this other shit? I think they're trying to kill off everyone. As soon as I said that, you see how it ended. Right when I said kill off everyone, my internet just dropped. Hella weird. But I think they're trying to kill off the all the people. So people don't wake up. Because everyone's trying to wake up. So that's why I say you gotta take care of your health and stop participating in like a lot of bullshit, because um I feel like since like a lot of people are waking up a little bit and like seeing shit, but then like the next thing to do to keep people from waking up is you can't keep people from waking up because people are gonna wake up and people already know. But what you can do is poison the food and make life structured in a way where it's like even with like the inflation and the rent, they're trying to kill off a lot of old people because a lot of old people, they're already sick and they don't have no money and they don't want to pay these retired old people money. So they're trying to make rent more expensive in hopes of pushing a lot of old people outside to sleep, be homeless, and then that's going to cut their lifespan probably by a few years. Like they're trying to just kill people off by making things a little bit more, and then they're going to poison the food. And once they have the 3D printed food out, that's when it's going to get, well, because food's going to get so expensive year over year. If they don't fix the inflation, what's going to happen is food's going to probably get so expensive, probably around like 2030 or close to that. And it's going to be a problem. And then they're going to say, oh, how we fix the problem? Is, oh, 3D printed food, you can eat food cheaper. And then the price of food's going to probably drop, but it's probably going to be 3D printed shit. So like in the future, you're gonna have to switch over to 3D printed food because the regular food that we could get at the grocery store, it might be too expensive. I'm not saying this way. I just remember what I said, because in a few years you're gonna start seeing 3D printed. They're not pushing it now, but once food gets so expensive, they're gonna start pushing 3D printed food, and uh, it's gonna be more unhealthy and it's gonna be cheaper though. So the price of food might drop in the future because it's going up, but it's gonna drop, but it's gonna be 3D printed food that's gonna be more affordable. And they'll probably have like chicken and beef and all that, but it's gonna probably be like $100. Like it's like gonna be like 5-star shit. It's gonna be luxurious shit. Like they're like fucking there's like they have like designer clothes. Like only rich people are gonna probably eat like M&M's, chocolate, even like chocolate and shit. Eventually, they're not even gonna make real chocolate. It's gonna be all fake. Everything's gonna be like fake food because the food is keeps getting more expensive. The quality keeps getting worse. What do you think's gonna happen if it doesn't stop? So if it doesn't stop, it's gonna end up they're gonna have to get rid of food and not have certain food anymore, and then have to add 3D printed food or all this fake synthetic tasting chocolate that tastes real but it's not. And like, yeah, they have like 3D printed steakhouses and shit. Because it's like if people don't wake up, there's like a thing that's gonna happen if people don't wake up. Like if people wake up, this anything can happen. But like if people don't wake up, there's certain things that are just gonna happen. Like it's already like laid out in a certain way. You can kind of see it. And people need to wake up so that shit doesn't even happen. And he's like, it's gonna come to a stop someday. Like it comes to a stop when people wake the fuck up. Like you don't have to have everyone to wake up, just need a large percentage of people waking up. But I feel like it just a lot of people are just very traumatized. That's like the biggest probably the biggest problem. A lot of people are traumatized and unhealed. And that can manifest as physical health illness as well as mental health illness. And this is why you have a lot of people with physical illness, physical and mental illness. Like a lot of people look at mental illness and be like, "Oh, mental illness, he's mentally ill," but they don't understand physical illness is a spiritual illness. Like somebody can have diabetes in their life, or they may have a lot of shoulder pain, but in their real life, they're a very bad husband or spouse, or they're fucking a very they're mean as fuck to people, or they screw over people. They're just a piece of shit, and then it can manifest as a certain illness in their life, and then it's connected. So the person doesn't know that, and then they want to blame the external world. Say, "Oh, this person's doing this, and that." And don't get me wrong, I understand that, and it's good to lash out. So I'm not saying don't, and but like I said, people don't understand that, and everyone's caught in like their own traumatic loop, and no one can move on. Like nobody's moved on. A lot of people are stuck in a past date. A lot of people are trying to relive a certain type of feeling, emotion, thought, and they're stuck. They're traumatically stuck. So no one can really move on. So everyone is just like they're just at a standstill in life. And with that, nobody has the energy to really do anything but to try to get their needs met and desires met because they're so miserable. They just want to feel good because they in their mind like, oh, I haven't felt good, I need to do this. And then they're not really looking at the bigger picture, which is when they do that, it's going to lead to them feeling good. So they may have to sacrifice this and that, but they don't want to do that. So it's like, and this is all done like subconsciously, so it's not even like they're talking to themselves. Oh, it's all like done, like they're just living life and shit. It's just happening, making them make decisions. And then you really you're acting like, what am I doing wrong? And you think you're doing it like, yeah. Because if you're actually really doing everything you're really supposed to do, you wouldn't have any doubts, and you wouldn't really be complaining about life. And if you had a problem in life, it would be like an obstacle. It wouldn't be like something where you feel like the world is trying to be against you. It would just be an obstacle we got to go through. But once you start complaining and saying this, and you're doing the same thing over and over, and you're complaining, and you're not really going ahead, and you're not fulfilled. That's the key thing. You're not fulfilled, or you don't feel like. And fulfilled doesn't have to just do with money and shit. It could be like, because that's what a lot of you guys don't know what fulfillment is. Like fulfillment is just doing what you're supposed to be doing. Once you're really doing that, and you're not feeling that shit, then that's when you realize you're not really doing you're not on path. It's nothing to do with all this fucking superficial shit you see on the internet. Oh, it's this and it's my fucking crystal deck on fleek. Get the fuck out of here. What's good with it? He's like, hey Chauncey, your videos help me heal whatever I'm going through, hardships in life. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I like hearing that because like when I hear shit like that, it help people, whether it be through my health, whatever. Anybody who has a problem with how I deliver my message can kiss my fucking ass, because first of all, if you have a problem with how I deliver my message or I swear too much, and this is for the people who say shit, who have an issue. Thank goodness we don't have very few of those people, but motherfuckers who say that shit, most likely I didn't help you. So if I didn't help you, then I don't care about your opinion. You have nothing good to say, because the fact that I know that there's people like this that I've helped, that right there already closes the door from these bitch ass niggas, and they can't even say shit, because if they do say something, it's gonna make them look stupid, because it's like, how many people have you helped? You're worrying about how I deliver my message, but then you haven't helped no one in your life, and you don't even have a message to deliver. Or when you deliver a message, it's not even to help anyone. They're like, who gives a fuck what you got to say? Like, I don't even get disrespectful to people who hate though. I really don't, because I know that they have issues. Like because when you guys see me get disrespectful, like a lot of that shit, I just be just joking around it. Because at the end of the day, the only thing in life is everyone's trying to like what you're trying to do is you're trying to get to your end goal. You're trying to win. Like in my life, I always looked at it like I'm trying to win, no matter if I'm doing something positive or negative. Like a lot of people say, "Oh, pick on somebody your own size." That's what a lot of people will say. Like pick on somebody your own size. But at the same time, if I'm trying to go and accumulate money or energy, and I need to go and steal somebody's energy, why would I go and steal somebody's energy who's bigger than me or my size if I can steal it from a small person and still get what I want? Why? So I shouldn't steal it from them because they're smaller, so I can prove to you that, oh, I don't give a fuck what you think about me. I'm trying to win and get to where I want to get to. If you think that I'm somehow a bitch because I did it this way, that's your opinion. I still got what the fuck my aim and my goal was, because I'm always looking at what I'm trying to win, what I'm trying to get at. And I'm not saying it's good to do, because you don't even need to pick on nobody smaller if you're doing everything righteously. But I'm just giving you guys an example, saying positively. If you don't like how I move and do shit, fuck you. I don't give a fuck what you got to say, because I know what I'm doing is positive and righteous. That's how I look at it. Like I'm trying to win. I'm not trying to prove I can win. I'm trying to win. If me and you are fighting and you're my enemy, they say, oh, square up, square up. Why would I square up with my enemy? We're not playing around. This is not a brawl. This is not like a sparring match. We're enemies. So if you're an enemy, I could kill you, I could run you, I could do whatever I want. There's no rules. It doesn't make sense to have rules and you're the enemy. It's stupid. Like, I don't fuck with you, but then there's some rule that we gotta abide by. I'm not letting no stupid dumbass Masonic bullshit program come and fucking act like they run the show. Cause that's how they do it. They try to act like they run the fucking show. Like, oh, don't make it get too out of hand. So let's program both of them to make them think, oh, we don't do this or we don't do that. Like, it's crazy. The system's already read that one. Yeah. It's not like they're too traumatized to heal. You can't be too traumatized to heal, because we all have to heal. But it's just like they're just stuck in their bullshit. And then this is why society is really fucked up. Like, everyone just like no one's actually wants to actually do the work. They just wanna. This is why everybody's so fixated on these fucking politics and this election shit, bullshit. Is because everyone has just had enough. They don't want to do the work. They want some government to come and fix their fucking problems. Like, nobody actually wants to do what it takes as a collective to actually change the shit. Like I can see how people are mad over how society is, but voting isn't gonna fix it. There's nothing wrong. People are upset how the world is and that shit needs to change. That's a good idea, but going about it by voting is fucking retarded. It's stupid as fuck. And then that's how it is. Everyone just too traumatized to actually do the work. So they want to just think the government's gonna help them. And then yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, government is not gonna help you. Every time you're dealing with the government, there's always gonna be a problem. You'll never have peace with the government. It's because that's how they function. They have to make a problem because if they don't make a problem, they'll lose power. They can't let the people that they're ruling over become too comfortable because then the people will wake up and take over. So they have to always keep some tension on the people. So that's just why you like there's always going to be a problem with the government. It's never going to be 100% free. So what I noticed is that people like to feel sorry for themselves and they want the world to cater to them. Yeah, for real. Like at the end of the day, I understand how you're angry at the world. There's nothing wrong with being angry, being upset at the world, and hating people and this motherfucker. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. In actuality, it's good to have that so you can know who not to deal with and not make mistakes in the future. And you could let that anger power you. So it's good to feel angry at the world, but don't let it, don't, don't allow the world to get you to a state where you're not even doing anything to help better your life because you're so angry and upset. You're not worried about what you got to do. You're worried about what that stupid shit did to you or what's keeping you from doing what you got to do. Fuck that shit. They don't worry about that. Fuck that. So at the end of the day, like don't worry about that. Your question was feel sorry for themselves and then they want the world to get cater to them. Yeah, y'all don't need the world to cater to me at the end of the day. Cause like motherfuckers like, oh, I don't owe you anything. It's like I never said you owed me anything, bitch. Cause whatever you have is not enough for me. Like you can't afford to get what the fuck the price I'm gonna tell you you owe me. If you even fucking owed me or that was even part of the discussion, you couldn't afford it because you ain't shit. Your weak ass spirit ain't even shit, nigga. It's for you to even say that dumb ass shit to me. But I noticed that people like to feel sorry, or just because they experience something bad, they want the world over. Yeah, yeah, they do a lot of stupid shit. Yeah. Yeah, we gotta just move on. That's another thing. I'm gonna stop talking about what the fuck other dumbass people do because, to be honest, I really don't even give a fuck what it. The reason I even speak about shit like that because it just gets me to get to good talking points. That's the only reason. He said I was going through something very frustrating and I was angry too, but when I was watching the video, you made me laugh more all day. I'm rolling all day. Yeah, for real, man. That's what's up. It's good, man. Don't let this system get to you. Don't it ain't that serious. All the seriousness is in you actually doing what you gotta do, but anything that happens to you, give a fuck. The thing is though, when you get into sorry, I have to clean something right now. The bird had shit on my fucking shit on my fucking door. Yeah, the bird had shit on my door. When I opened it, it was like shit. So I have to clean it off. He said I was going to do something angry when I was watching. Oh yeah, I already read that. Yeah, so yeah, my shit be fucking. How's your yoga and breath work? It's going good. I started doing my qigong. I slacked on the qigong. I picked up on it again. I've been doing it for past for like 3-4 days. I took like a little hiatus, a few weeks off of it. So like when I did it again, like I felt like it just felt like a lot different. Like I could tell the energy's different because when I stopped doing it, my energy was a certain way. It just I can't explain it. And like the second day I did it, I was just doing it. And actually, the first day, at the end of the day, I was just doing it. And I'm just walking around, and I could just feel like the little small nuances and certain things. I could tell like the energy. It's effective. Like it changes your energy. Like the more you do it. Yeah, I was talking about earlier in my live stream, the yoga. I've been doing that. I stay doing yoga every day. I've never stopped ever for the past. I've been doing it for over probably like 3.5 years. Yep, August will be 3.5 years since I've been doing it. So every single day I've been doing it. Never missed a day. I do my neck one. Sometimes I'll do my full body yoga and stuff. I do full body yoga every now and then. But I'm really focusing on my neck a lot because that's where the knot is. And that's where I really um and in my even my mid back. My mid back I do that as well. But yoga is very, very you guys gotta really do that, especially if you have a lot of tension. Like if you got a lot of this, because you guys don't understand. Like the nervous system is very. It houses a lot of. If your nervous system and the spine isn't in alignment, you're gonna have pressure in certain areas of the body, and you're gonna get sick. You're gonna get tension. You may have muscle pain. You may have issue. You may have a problem with runny eyes or dry eyes, or you may have a problem with like just something like your ear always gets infected and gets swollen, and you always have to like just something weird with any type of health issue that could be due to like your nervous system having pressure on it. So this is why yoga it helps, but this goes beyond yoga because health can be more than just your spine, because even if your spine is in alignment, you still can have health issues. And this is where the fasting and the qigong comes in, because especially specifically the fasting, because the fasting cleanses everything. But I've been doing yoga, man. That shit, it helps. It changes who you like. It changes who you. The longer you do it, the more of a change you're gonna see in yoga. You guys gotta understand. The more you do it, if you do yoga for 2 years every day, you're gonna have a different type of mindset. Like it changes you on a level. Because once you do it for so long, the changes engrave into you, where it's like you're a different person in a way, or you're able to like. I don't want to say you're a different person. You just the body that you have, like they say, the human body, right? There's a base level of the human body where we all need to be operating, where your energy channels is flowing, there's no health issues, everything is flowing normal. That's the base. Just like you make a video game character, they have the character and you say 100 stats. You can add, or you create an NBA player, you can like add the stats. Like when you're born as a human, you have like 100 stats. Things happen, you get injected with things, and you eat shit, you go through trauma. All of these are blockages that create blockages. So by the time you're like 7 or 8, you're not even really the full human being no more, because you have trauma. Things happen to you. You got a lot of things shot in you. You have a lot of chemicals from the food, programming, television, like just so many things. So you got all these blockages. So the older you get, you have headaches, you feel sick, you're always angry for no reason. You don't feel fulfilled. You always feel kind of nauseated. Just always you feel negative, and even spiritually negative things happen. You may say you have bad luck, or for some reason you always keep breaking your fucking wrist or your leg or something. It's like it's something spiritual all due to these blockages. So what you have to do is release these fucking blockages. You want to release these blockages, and then it's gonna bring you back to your normal human self. And then that's what you guys say. Oh, I feel good. I feel like I'm relaxed. I mean, it's like that's your normal self. It's not. It's not like you're having all your superpowers, or this is I'm a vibrating being, or I have this. And no, this is your normal energetic self, and you just removed all the blockages so everything can flow. So now you can express 100% of your whole true version of self, who you are, and that's normal. That's nothing like, oh, it's some, what you are right now ain't normal because you got blockages and shit that's hindering all that you haven't healed, and health problems and trauma. And this keeps you from not even being able to astro project correctly, tap into really spiritual like modality, like just little spiritual, like tap into your spiritual self and communicate on that higher level, because you're blocked from even doing that shit. That's part of the reason why they give you a lot of these things as a kid, because they want to block you from doing a lot of these things. They don't want people connected because it's not going to help their system. Their system will collapse if people really. That's why they have to put those things in people's stuff. They got to shoot that when you're like young, and because they want to block off certain spiritual capabilities you can have. So you can't really. You're more like a. It's like you're more in a position where they need to like give you the solution and cure. Like they weaken you as a kid, and they poison, like even when you look at like everything, when you see, like when you see an animal, does an animal have to go to a dentist? Does an animal get a tooth infection? They don't get tooth infections. Animals don't get tooth infections at all, because it has nothing to do with like what you guys think it is. They say it has something to do with food and all that. It has nothing to do with all that. Animals are just, their body is built in a certain way, and they don't add chemicals to their food and to their shit that they eat. And they don't add chemicals to their water like that, so they can live like a normal animal. They don't die. They don't have the same health issue. The only animals that have health issues is dogs and cats, and that's because they eat fucking pebbles and bits and fucking imes and all that other dog food. So it's the same shit that they put in the human food, they put in the dog food. So the dog is gonna have issues and fucking get sick. Anything that's that anytime you're consuming anything for the system, that's when you may have health issues. You say I barely slept all week after doing a whole body session. That's actually a good thing. That means your energy. Some people say they sleep more when they do yoga. Some people will say they sleep more. When you say you slept less, that means your energy channels was, that energy was flowing through you because you opened the channels by doing yoga. So that energy was flowing in for you. Everybody, the energy affects differently, but for you, it was energizing. It was making your shit be on point. So that means you don't. That means you didn't need to sleep. There's nothing wrong with that. That means you didn't need to sleep. Just like if you're not hungry, are you gonna go eat? If you don't feel like getting a red car, are you gonna go buy the red car? No, you're gonna go get a different color. You don't do something you don't want to do. So if you didn't feel like sleeping, don't sleep. Don't be like these dumbass doctors. Oh, you're supposed to sleep. No, you're supposed to do something when your body feels like it's supposed to do it. If you're not thirsty, don't drink. You're just gonna damage the organs in your body, and then you're gonna put stress on all those organs that for no reason. You're not thirsty, and you're putting stress on your organ to process water and push it down and all that. There's no point. Like just like you're not gonna go drive your car to across town for no reason. Like you don't want to waste energy. If you got all that energy, that's good. Like you need to sleep. Because to be honest, human beings in his natural state or not, human beings shouldn't even really be sleeping 8 hours. The reason people sleep 8 hours is because of a lot of stress, a lot of food that they consume, and the body's working so it sleeps that long. You don't human beings don't even sleep that long. Like probably like 3, 4 hours. Some people even less. When doing for yeah, just says John says a very chill kind of vibe. What's up? Yeah, it all helps. You have to make it a lifestyle though. If you're not gonna do this as a lifestyle, don't even waste your time. You could do it and you'll feel good for a little bit, but you're gonna go back to normal. It has to be a lifestyle. But the thing is though, once you do it for like about 3 months, probably even sooner, might be longer. You do it for a certain period of time, you're gonna like show the spirit that you're putting in the work. Therefore, whatever you're doing is gonna it's gonna bring you're gonna it's gonna like you're gonna see results, and then you're gonna slowly transform who you are. Like so, therefore, you like it's not gonna be a hassle for you. Like because once you start seeing the results, then you're gonna want to keep doing it. Then you're gonna make room to go and do it. You're gonna find a way to go and do it, even if it means you're going to the park or you always gotta find a way. But you have to actually like do it for a period of time. And this is with anything, not just with this. This is with anything. You can take this with anything. Like you have to actually put in the work. Yeah, but that's the best. That's the most crucial thing. You want to make this a lifestyle, guys. Like I can't emphasize that enough. If it's not a lifestyle, then don't even waste your time if you're just gonna do it for a little bit, and don't even waste your time. Just go and do something else, or don't even because you have to make it a lifestyle. Because once you make it a like the yoga, right? For what I'm saying, like the yoga, I started seeing results, like small results. I started seeing within a 3 weeks to a month. But then after like 3 years of doing yoga, it changed me mentally, spiritually on a certain way. And I'm not saying you need yoga to do this. It's everyone's different. Like, but there's certain things that changed about me that I noticed. And I know it has to do with my I don't even want to say I know anything because I'm trying to get this out to you guys in a certain way, but I don't want you guys to like because I know there's a lot of dumbass people out here that be like, oh, yoga can't do this and that. Yoga is what helped me. I'm not saying that it helped everyone, but when because at the end of the day, what can be said in my situation is I had a health issue and I had a lot of anxiety, depression, and yoga helped that health issue, anxiety, depression, and then it freed up my mind where I was able to be who I am more. That's like the best way I can put it. So it's like I was already who I was. It just I had a blockage, and then the yoga helped remove that. So look at it like I removed a blockage from my fucking body, and I used yoga to do it. That's really what it was, and it's nothing to do with like because at the end of the day, there's people out here who do yoga who are still like you see what I'm saying? It depends on how you're doing it. What the fuck is your intention? But when I did it for like 3 years, that's when I started actually changing. Like things about me changed on a level where it's like I don't even remember what I did. Like there were certain things ways I used to think and things I used to do. I forgot I even stopped doing it because I was doing it for so long. After like 2, 3 years, I was like a different person than when I started doing the yoga. But I didn't even notice it because it was so small. So the major changes spiritually most of the time are gonna come in like small, like unnoticeable. Once you start making these major changes, most of the time you won't even notice it. You're gonna have to look back because real change most of the time happens very small in increments, just like building a muscle. Building a muscle is the best analogy. When you build a fucking muscle, like you see how long it takes. They don't just build a physique like in a year. It takes like 10 years or more. Even with steroids, it takes a long time. That's why you got people on steroids who look bigger than others. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with spiritual growth for the most part. That's why I say you got to make it a lifestyle and then just go on with your life and live your life. And right now is when your life is starting. Don't think like, oh, when I get this, when I get that, when my business project starts popping, or when stop living when, like live like right now and do what you got to do right now. Because at that point, if you keep living like that, even when you get the things you living for, it's going to be something else. And then by the time you know, you didn't even live your life. That's what they say, live in the present. It's cliche, but you gotta live in the present. You can't live in the fucking past or the future too much. It's good to remember some shit and set goals for the future, or remember some shit so you can stop yourself from experiencing something negative again. So sometimes you may need to go in the past or the future because you need to utilize it, but it's better to stay mostly in the present. Make it a lifestyle, stay in the present, and be like, this is my new life. You can't, because if you don't do that, then you're not going to be successful if you don't change your lifestyle. You're not. It's not gonna even when you do become successful and you get all the shit you want to get, you still have to keep up the lifestyle, because you change the lifestyle, then shit's gonna start falling apart. Your money's gonna start dwindling, things are gonna happen. Shit's not, because you're not upholding what you're supposed to be. It's just like you give somebody, if you don't deserve money, let's just say you make a lot of money and you're hanging around somebody who has a very negative energy, and they repel like positive things and things like whatever. I'm not saying money's positive, but let's just say they're very unlucky. If you hang around them, even though you're rich and you have money, if you were broken, you hang around them, you wouldn't make money. But let's just say you're a millionaire and you hang out with them, you're gonna start losing money. You may break your phone. Now you just gotta go pay $500 to get your screen repaired. Now you're fucking, something's happening where it's another expense coming at your pocket. So you have money, but you have all these expenses because you're around this unlucky motherfucker. And it's like that's the thing with energy. It's like, yeah, I don't know where the fuck I was going with that as well. Sometimes I'd be just rambling too much. So shit. But you guys get my point though. That's the one thing I need to stop doing, is rambling too much, because I'd be going on and on. But you guys get my point. Yeah, because my mind be working so quick. I'd be like thinking about this. That's one thing about me. I need to like focus my energy, and because one thing about me is even when I was young, I can never sit down. It wasn't no ADHD shit. It wasn't like that. It was more like I always wanted to do an experience. Like I remember there was one time when I was young, I wanted to play like, I was like, why can't I just do both of those at the same time? Because I wanted to play a game, but I wanted to play another game, and I was like, why? I want to play them both at the same time, because I was too hyped, and I wasn't. I'll play one for like 5 minutes and go to the other one, then I'll go and do that. Like I always be too hyped, so that's my thing. I be all over the place sometimes. Even when I be on my phone, sometimes I be on my app, and I be watching a video for like 3 minutes, and then I'll go on the fucking another app, and then I'll do that for like 10 minutes. I'll just be going all over, or I'll be trying to do so many things at one time. But then like, yeah, that's one thing I'm trying to learn. I'm gonna start doing is focusing my energy. So, He said people are so engrossed in constant seeking pleasure they forgot their true self. Yeah, that's how it is. It's like I did different full body sessions for 3 months in my recent practice. I did a different full body session for 3 months. My recent practice focused solely on intuition. Intuition. What do you mean by intuition? You mean like you just do whatever yoga pose intuitively you feel like doing? Do whatever works. That's all I can say is whatever works, do. That's actually true spirituality is having an experience. See, you already just did it. You tried it for 3 months, and after that experience, you learn about your own yourself. You learn about that when you began to do it, you experience you didn't experience a lack of sleep when you did it 3 months, but then when you did it for a week, you whatever the fuck it is. At the end of the day, you had an experience. You had an experience, and you learned from that fucking experience. Plain and simple. And I'm not mad at you or whatever. I'm just saying that shit because I don't know. I'm just stumbling all over my words and shit. But you guys get what I'm saying. You had an experience and you learned from it. If you didn't do yoga for 3 months, you wouldn't even been able to put two and two together to come to the conclusion about the lack of sleep and anything. So you have to do the yoga for 3 months to even know that. So that's the experience. So that's like you're actually learning about yourself. You're doing the work. That's what it is. Nobody else can really help you doing that. When you go on these spiritual videos, they'll tell you all these ways to do it. Like, oh, this has to be like this, and you got to meditate and do this. And this is why a lot of people in the spiritual community, like back in the day, I remember like a lot of people would just because I remember back in the day, like you'll see these spiritual people that come into the spiritual community and they'll be all laughing and oh, it's about love and light. And they're like, oh, I got my crystals, I got my meditation and all this shit. And then like you see them like a year, 2 years later, they're like, I'm not saying they're not into spirituality, but like the energy's different. Like they're not as um flamboyant about it as they were before. Not because it doesn't work or spirituality is bullshit, is because they realize that spirituality means you got to put in the hard shadow work, which most people don't want to do. When people get up in this bitch, they thinking that it's sweet, it's games, and it's like a clutch and an escape. I'm gonna just run into the fucking fairy kingdom and just think about fucking pixel dust and blissful happiness and I'm gonna be good and straight. I could run to spirituality, but then they get into this shit and they realize it's like they go into that dark hellish side of it, which everyone has to go through when you get in it. Like that they don't get that. Like everyone has to go through that dark hellish side. And then a lot of people they get stuck in it or they don't even want to they'll lie to themselves and be like they're actually doing the work while actually not doing it. And it's like, it's just fucking crazy. And I see it time and time again. Like you'll see it. Like I see people like years ago and I look at them now and I'm like, it's crazy. Some of them don't even believe in spirituality. Some people run back to religion. And it's funny because like you'll see every time you'll see somebody who they'll say, oh, he ran back to religion. And I'm like, the reason he ran back to religion because he was always in religion. You can't run back to religion. Once you go into real spirituality and deep esoteric information, you can't run back. So anybody who was, you said ran back, like there was this one bitch years ago. I think it was like something. She was on Brother Panic's channel talking about a cult, and then she became a Christian. And then people said, "Oh, she ran back to Christianity from a cult." But I'm like, "No, you dumb niggas! That a cult shit that Brother Panic was talking about, that comes from religion. Voodoo is religious. They talk about even the Santa Maria. They have the fucking Mary, all that shit. That's the religious aspect. So even people that are into voodoo and all that, they're low key religious. So anybody that can go back to go back to Christianity, whatever they were in before they went back to Christianity, they weren't in shit. Because if they were in shit, they wouldn't be able to go back. You see what I'm saying? Like you have to be in something to have the experience. You can't say that, oh, I went back to Christianity, but you never fucking left Christianity. If you actually left Christianity and went into some real deep esoteric shit, you can never go back. That's the thing. You can never fucking go back. So what was I going? Somebody remind me what I was going with this. Yeah, you can never go back. Oh, let me turn my iPad on. Yeah. Totally forgot what the fuck I was saying about this. I got my iPad on. But yeah, you gotta get what I'm saying though. Shit. It has to be the authentic yoga and not something phony. What do you mean? Goat yoga. I don't know what you mean. Authentic yoga and not something phony like goat yoga. Yeah, he said, will Trump get in? I don't know. I really don't even care. I really don't care. It don't even matter. If they want him to get in, he'll get in. I don't know who the fuck said to get in. Depends on who they choose. Just know it's whoever they choose. You guys aren't going to choose shit. So anyone who's going to go out and vote, you got to be out of your fucking mind if you're voting in 2024. You're voting. You got to be out of your fucking mind. All I know is after this election, there's going to be a lot of changes though, because they use elections as a way for them to do even more fuck shit. So even though the presidential debate and all that is fucked up and it's all fake and it's not real, it's staged and it's fucked up, just know that what is real and what's even more gonna be fucked up is all the changes that they're gonna be doing after this year. Like there's gonna be a lot of changes that they're gonna be doing within the coming years. Because they just had a president election. So now they had a president election. Fuck the president, whoever it is, just know that the system's gonna be changing a lot, especially the time we're in right now. They're gonna be changing a lot of laws, a lot of rules. They're gonna be implementing a lot of this fucking AI everywhere. They're gonna be having AI in so many places. They're gonna it's the AI shit's gonna be kind of I don't know. Yeah, that's I don't like to say think because I think hella deep. So I be thinking like all the shit that could be a possibility with AI, and I'm like, if there's no regulations on this shit, like it's gonna be a lot of shit with that because you'll be able to just hack people's shit and install your own AI and then have somebody get all your information and imagine they release some hackers release some AI that they just upload into the computer and they could just take all your information and then tell and then now when they want to get all your information it's like all they got to do is it's just like them asking you for your password but now they could just ask a fucking AI bot that they created. Like when this shit gets that advanced, like the fuck. It's crazy. And they be manipulating that AI shit too. They be manipulating because I think it's Apple can't sell their AI in the EU. the European Union, they can't sell their AI there. And I'm like, why can't they sell their AI there? The reason they can't sell their AI there is because AI is like, you know how they have the newspapers and they have the media and they influence, you guys say, oh, they're influencing the media, they're influencing the newspaper. They're going to be also influencing the AI. This is why you can't go to like certain AI programs and ask, like, you'd be like, how do you rob a bank, or how do you get away with killing somebody? They'll say, I cannot tell you how to commit this crime. They won't tell you it, because there's certain information that they don't leak onto the AI system for it to pull data from. They don't want to put all the information. You see what I'm saying? So that tells you that the AI is just, it's all fake. Like AI, I'm not saying like, yeah, I can help with like calculations. Like if you want to say, how many fucking square centimeters or how many bricks is on this fucking 10-story building, I'm sure it can pull that shit up. But when it comes to like asking real information, that shit's retarded. That shit's dumb, because it's only gonna be based on what they program that AI to tell you. That's why you could ask it how to like fucking are injections, and are they good for you? And they'll say they're good for you. Like, why the fuck would you say it's good for you? Like, that means somebody made it. Somebody made that shit, or somebody's influencing it. That's why they don't want fucking Apple selling their AI to the Europeans, because they want to create their own AI and make their own people program to what they, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's all, so even that shit is compromised as well. That's why I say, like, it just shows you. And then they try to act like this shit's real, like it's a real life thing. Like it can never be real. Like it's just like you calling a fucking movie. You playing a video game, and the NPC in the fucking Grand Theft Auto game is talking to you. Does that make it real? Like, that doesn't mean shit. It's just a fucking NPC. But I don't know if that nigga's gonna get in the office or not. I really don't care though. I really don't even care. Yeah. I might get off this live stream in a minute, guys. Damn, my fucking wrist. And I'm just stretching my wrist out. I was like holding on to my car door when I was talking, and it kind of, oh man. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna drop the link if anybody wants to join right before I'm about to leave right now. Usually people like to join at the end of my live streams for some reason. Yeah. Yeah, guys. So what's good with it, everyone? Guess nobody has anything to say. What's going on? Don't start fucking around with me now. Yeah, but I'm about to end this live stream, guys, and I'll hit you guys up later. I'll probably be on tonight. Probably be on tonight or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, and I'm gonna do a live session with my for my qigong. I'll probably do a live qigong session. I want to do there's one I didn't show you guys. I'm gonna do that. Actually, I'm gonna do a live qigong session tomorrow morning. So come in tomorrow morning. I'll probably schedule it so you guys can see. I'm gonna do a live qigong session. There's this one workout that I want to show you guys. I never showed you guys this one before. I showed you guys the other one, the fragrance qigong, and I did breatharian qigong. This one is actually, I don't know what this one's called, but it's another one, and yeah, I'm about to do that. I'm gonna do it tomorrow morning because I do my qigong early in the morning, especially it's summertime right now. Do it especially if you live somewhere where it's hot. The best time to do it is early in the morning, and you can do it at any time. I do it early in the morning, or if I have energy, I do it late at night. Late at night, early in the morning. I do it throughout the day too. It don't even matter when you do it, but I like to do it early in the morning, and then I'll do it at night. Like I did mine at 5 in the morning this morning, qigong session. I love doing my shit early in the morning. It's crazy because it don't even matter. It doesn't even matter if you wake up early or not because the day just flies by anyway. So it's like I actually like when I wake up at like 5, I get my shit done. By the time I know it, it's like 10. But if I wait till like 10, I'm like doing a whole bunch of shit and I don't even end up. See what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna end this live stream, guys. But I'll see you guys tomorrow or probably tonight. All right, peace.